You still should.
What for? A girl asks questions, right? That's what they do, isn't it? I mean, doesn't yours? I'm not stupid. And this story, beginning, middle, and end, it's not one that I could tell a girl and expect her to want to walk around with me, would want to limp around with me, and it. No one. Think about it. 5 boys go into a field, 3 come out, 3 go into a car, and then there was one. And he lives happily ever after with a red-haired girl. If that was a story, would you buy the end?
That's when I'm going to try to help you make it happen. I can't promise you, really.
Can you promise me anything, really?
I can be here for you.
Like you are for your son?
How do you know I have a son?
Someone carved Dad on that.
What about one of my daughters?
Girl would have carved Daddy. Hey, you're a good dad. Bet you have a hot wife. Bet all your kids are doing sweet things, making lots of cash. Bet you all like sit around the table together and eat home-cooked dinners with the TV off.
Oh, that's all.
But you used to.
Let's keep this about you.
They have a garden. They pick vegetables and tomatoes for the salad. You sing along badly to some opera on public radio while you're tossed to make the kids laugh. I bet you even eat that salad after dinner instead of before to be more European like.
We know none of it.
Oh. It wasn't rich.
Rich? My father was a plasterer. What did your father
They
do?
say that you work Monday through Saturday. Can I just ask, what are you doing working 6 days a week that a cash doctor makes?
I'm not rich.
Well, you're a doctor, man, an MD, you're loaded. Especially with the kids out of the house. Can't be spending a lot of time at some pricey country club with your hours. And it ain't like he's some fashion plate. You need a new pair of shoes. That pair is like...
Clinic has a sliding scale. You're not the only one out there.
Yeah, exactly. So why the fuck are you working here?
I want to.
The psych at the HMO, we saw like 6 of them in an hour. You just fill out a piece of paper, hand over the drugs. You'd be rolling it instead of sitting around trying to drag a confession out of me. Well, what are you, doctor or a priest?
That's enough.
You should take the money you would have spent on a couch and get one of those screening things so you can't see my face. Make all that more somber and hysterical or whatnot. Give up all worldly possessions. Oh, you know what I think? You kind of wanted to be a priest, but you couldn't lay off the chicks.
Let's stick to the subject.
You ever wish you did?
I said, let's stick.
I am sticking to the subject. I'm asking if you do understand.
Understand what?
When you were young, did you and your friends have a field?
I'm from the city.
An empty lot then? You know, where you and your friends were drinking?
What are you asking?
I was just saying, you're a doctor with a wife and kids. You made it. And I'm just asking, are you happy?
Want to help people?
Do they know how lucky they are? Your wife and kids? You're just like a good man who wants to help people who come from nothing like me. Take care of them. They eat dinner without
Suppose
you.
we talk about you.
You come home and the food is cold and they've left for the ballet. Not the ballet, mind you, but the ballet. But tickets that you bought and paid for, and you sit alone. And you got all these sob stories running through your head. Tragedies, man. Stuff so bad, it's secret. You can't even tell anyone all the shit that you hear. Come on. You know,
Stop
you
now.
just gotta go to sleep and try to wake up and not dream and come back here and listen to more. You are the keeper of the darkness.
That's enough for today.
What's up with you?
I've just had it's. I'll see you on Friday.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I have Have another patient.
You think about it, don't you?
Well,
Getting in the car, turning on the engine, and not opening the garage door. But if I was your son, I would notice something like that.
I have to go. I have another patient.
So you're not going anywhere. What are you doing? Look at you! Now who's the freak? Get in there! Of course you do. This is an enclosed city. All you breathe is recycled air. God, what were these engineers and architects thinking? Bullshit! This happens. And crap too, and cold. Fuck. Time for this. I wish I had a vaporizer. You need a vaporizer, man. Hey, chill you right the fuck out. It's total crap.
My assignment
The book,
is not so crap.
the end is true. And I'm not writing 5 pages on it.
That's not what I called you here to discuss. I want to talk about the 10 pages you handed in instead.
What about it?
It's unfinished.
No, it's not. Read the last line.
And then the boy got really, really high and lived happily ever after. The end.
You don't see any more words after that, do you? Little tip. That's how you know it's finished.
Why do you consider Miss Elliott's ending to be crap?
You said you do too.
Why do we consider Miss Elliott's ending to be crap?
'Cause it sucks. How you don't even want to care about their twitty selves in the first place. Walking through the English countryside, writing letters, drinking tea and shit. But if she's really good, and you're staring at this little print for hours, and the paper feels cheap, but you're plowing through because she ain't a bad writer, and she does have that incest theme, which is undeniably interesting. But then she just basically says, fuck you, I'm out of here, and makes it rain a lot, and that's crap. That is a crappy thing to do. And so, therefore, and whatnot, it ends crappy. Now, do I get an A or do I have to stretch it out to 5 pages and type that shit up? I also want to state for the record that it is a crappy thing to do to assign this novel to a bunch of kids who probably never read a real novel before, and now never will again.
What should I assign?
Bet they'd like my story. It's American, for one.
This is an English literature class.
Yeah, like the language. What, you don't like it unless it's set in merry old England or whatever? You don't care if it ends crappy, if they're all talking with poles up their asses?
Your story suffers from the same affliction as Miss Elliott's, the symptom of which is to finish crappily.
He starts a successful business, lives high on the hog, and very high. That's what I call a good ending. Sometimes you talk like you have a pole up your ass. Must drive your kids crazy.
I don't believe you.
Believe me, it drives kids crazy.
You're lying. This isn't the real ending at all.
Look, whatever I say is the end. I wrote it. I'm the writer. And no matter what you fucking say, that's the way it is.
It comes out of nowhere.
It comes out of my head.
Not out of your story.
Stories don't write themselves.
Good ones do.
What do you mean?
There's another ending, and you won't let it get itself down on paper. And I want to know why.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The end of every story, the perfect, uncrappy ending, is part and parcel of the beginning and middle, and that's why it's the end, the only ending.